Hi everyone, Ron Crider here with today's numbers for our COVID increases over yesterday for March the 25th. It would be Wednesday today. Global cases, 466,836, an increase now of 49,138. Global deaths, 21,152, an increase of 2,538. Here in the United States, cases, 65,174, an increase of 11,906. USA deaths were 921, an increase of 225. Florida deaths have been 22 with an increase of 4. Taking a look at Dade County, 400, an increase of 62. Broward County, 355, an increase of 44. Palm Beach County, 118, an increase of 17. Martin County, 4, there was no increase. Good job there. St. Lucie County, 8, increase of 2. Indian River County, 12, an increase of 1. Brevard County, 11, an increase of 2. And Orange County, Orlando, 77, an increase of 27. Those are the numbers. Coming up, you'll be able to see them without the background here, the fancy background, and it'll be with a black background. And maybe it's a little bit easier for you to see. I'll leave these up here for just a little bit, and then we'll get on with Wednesday's news. Hi, everyone. It's Wednesday, March 25th, and thank you. Thank you all, even my new next door neighbor friends. I didn't even know I had so many next door neighbor friends. It's a little app that you get, and all your neighbors kind of join in, and we have many neighbors who have, and it's called Nextdoor. These are my new friends. Thank you very much for your generous comments, and okay, no politics. I do appreciate your comments, and I'll try to not do the politics. Okay, now I'm going to start out doing politics. Not really. Please don't inject politics into this COVID-19 crisis. Politics is almost as toxic as COVID-19 itself. Let's stay focused and do our best job to try to chase this silent terrorist away. As much as I am into my politics, I don't think it has any place. It clearly has no place in what's going on. But everything we do in this country seems to be related to politics. So I apologize if it would appear that that's what I'm doing. Be a part of the solution and not part of the problem. Stay home. There is very few reasons to venture out. So let's kill this virus sooner rather than later. We can do it. Hey, remember Smokey the Bear? Only you can prevent the spread of COVID-19. Yeah. Not very good, right? Sorry about that. That was a feeble attempt at being Smokey Bear. I did say Smokey Bear, right? Instead of Smokey the Bear, kind of like Santa the Claus, right? There is, in fact, good news. The Surgeon General said yesterday we've turned the corner on testing, and we have done more testing in the last 8 days than South Korea has done in 8 weeks. This should give us better information to work on. This is all a numbers game. We got to collect as much information as we possibly can to fight this terrorist. London's Prince Charles, the heir to the throne, he's 71 years old, tested positive for COVID-19 after displaying mild symptoms at Clarence House, was announced today. In Miami, the city of Miami has ordered all residents to shelter in place. That was as of yesterday. Everybody's supposed to stay home until further notice amid this COVID-19 pandemic. The mayor of Miami was also tested positive for COVID-19. You fly much? You've been to the Stansted London Airport? Well, it's closing until the end of April. It's a nice airport. I like that airport. First there was Heathrow, and then there was Gatwick, and then Gatwick got overrun, and all of a sudden now we've got Stansted. Stansted's been around for a while. I've been flying in and out of there a lot. I like it. Kind of northeast of London, if I'm not mistaken. They flew 5 million passengers through there last year. They're shutting down. And just as I started to do this video this evening, I found out that Brightline, that's our little train operation, sponsored by, supported by, funded by Virgin Atlantic, Virgin, everything that Branson has is Virgin. I think it's called Virgin now, but they call it Brightline. They just announced they're suspending service due to the COVID virus until further notice, just because of the pandemic. The Pentagon officials warned today, they warned yesterday that COVID-19 outbreak will last in the United States for at least the next 3 months. That's a stark contrast from President Trump's prognosis earlier this week. So you get the Pentagon saying one thing, the president saying something else. Hey, there's a lot of people up there in Washington, and everybody has their own opinions, and they all seem to have fairly good reasons why they have their opinions. So there you go. Now, that's something that I'm saying that isn't in support of our president, but that's what the Pentagon said. I can't make this stuff up. I just find it and broadcast it. There are a lot of unknowns about this novel virus. There's no evidence that COVID-19 is being transmitted through food or packaging, and that's according to the Food and Drug Administration. So don't be too worried about the food that you purchase at a store that's packaged. It should be okay, at least they say it is. I'd worry a lot about the vegetables that you pick up at the grocery store because people are grabbing them and touching them and feeling them and coughing and sneezing all over them. They'll do that. You know, I keep telling you about 5 Acre Farms here in Vero. I did a special video, by the way. You can take a look at it. You look at my video collection. I just did one today on all the restaurants in the area that are open, and it also talks about fresh vegetables from 5 Acre Farm. And those are fresh. The only people who touch them are the people who pull them out of the ground in their patch, so to speak, put them in a bag and send them over to you. So I still recommend those. I'm not too excited about grabbing that stuff at the grocery store, at least the vegetables. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo issued sobering warning today, a sobering warning to residents. He said that COVID-19 curve has not flattened yet, and it's actually increasing. He then cautioned that the apex of this virus could be as many as 14 to 21 days away. So we don't know. Nobody knows. Everybody's trying the best to know. They're using the numbers that they have. Governor has plenty of numbers. That guy's not a dumb guy. He's a Democrat, but he's not a dumb guy. I'm not suggesting Democrats are dumb, but I'm just suggesting that people use the information they have, and he's doing the best job he can. Now, this is going to be a little bit political, but Christy Alley, we all know who Christy Alley is. Well, she ignited a frenzy on Twitter on Monday, and she welcomed it after saying that Donald Trump was taking charge and doing a really great job on this pandemic. And she took a lot of heat for that because you know what the Hollywood people think. Hollywood people from a different planet, and they're on the left coast, let's face it. COVID-19 task force, Dr. Anthony Fauci said that on the Ingram Angle last night that President Trump's Easter timeline to reboot the economy is aspirational. He says that the president and his team are on the same page and that everyone understands a timeline for COVID-19 outbreak needs to be flexible. He's right about that, and it should be. Yes, they are on the same page. And the fact that he isn't there sometimes when they have the briefing at the end of the day doesn't mean that he and the president got into a fight on the way in. Not so. I mean, he's got things to do too. You know, everybody doesn't have enough to, and you see him on a lot of TV programs. I mean, how does he get a chance to get anything done anyway? Dr. Fauci also said the president does listen to what he has to say. He listens to other people in his task force. Nobody has ever told him not to do something. The president has never used the word overwritten me. And he says the idea of just putting one against the other is not helpful. I wish that this would stop. We need to look ahead together and try to solve this thing together. So sounds like he's on the same page. The United States was ranked the best prepared country in the world to handle the pandemic in late 2019 by the Nuclear Threat Initiative and the Johns Hopkins Center for Security. An assessment seemingly at odds again by the Democrats that the Trump administration left the country vulnerable to this ongoing pandemic. Politics again. Sorry, I'm only reporting the news. I keep saying that. And I'm going to try tomorrow to weed out anything that's similar to that, but that's what was in the news today. Well, thank you very much again for watching this video. I do appreciate all of you folks and my neighbors here who are leaving me nice comments, and several people have suggested restaurants that are doing takeout and that I should include them in my list, and I will definitely do that. If you have any ideas as to what I can do to make this better, let me know. I didn't wear my Trump hat today. Promised I wouldn't do that. But I'll do whatever I can to make it better and make it more understanding so you guys understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I don't get paid anything to do this. I'm not selling anything. You don't have to sign up for anything. I don't want anything other than to just put this together and hope that it helps somebody out there and that I'm doing some good and I'm putting my best foot forward. Thanks a lot. Have a great evening. Oh, I forgot to say, forgot it. Leave me a like if you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you like the channel. And the next time I do one of these, you'll get it. Okay? See ya.